my brows are already done and I have not yet concealed them, so I'm going to do that on camera. And the reason why I decided to do it on camera is because I'm thinking about trying something a little bit different. So of course the first shade I'm going to go in with, which is Toffee, and I'm going to use this shade literally right underneath the brows just to kind of clean them up a little bit. So by the way, you guys, this is not a brow tutorial or anything like that. If you guys would like to see how I do my brows, I'll make sure I leave a card for it somewhere up in here so you guys can go check that video out. So normally and on an everyday basis, I normally just go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee. But today I want my eyeshadow to really pop. So I'm going to go ahead and use Cool Tan to actually prime my eyelids. Now that my brows are cleaned up and my eyelids are primed, I'm just going to take some of the Airspun loose face powder and I'm just going to set my eyelids. So based on the title of this video, you guys already know what we're about to get into. So we're going to be creating an eyeshadow look using one eyeshadow. This means we're going to have to do hella packing and hella blending. So the palette that I'm using is the Juvias Zulu palette. The shade we are going to be using is this beautiful purple shade right here. So I have a little bit of the purple shadow on this brush, and this is basically a good brush for packing and blending. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this out. So basically I'm just packing this shadow on my lid first, and I'm taking a little bit of color at a time because I don't want a whole lot of fallout. Comment down below if you remember when we used to do eyeshadow like this. Juvia's Place is so lit, you guys. Like, I barely have any fallout and the color packed on very good evenly. It's no like splotchy patches or anything. So now I'm just going to go back into that purple just a little bit and make sure I really tap off that excess so I can start kind of blending things out. So since this brush is like a 2-for-1, I feel like you can do some blending with it, but as I continue to get higher, I'm actually going to use a fluffier brush. This one's good, but I do want the color to still have that faded effect, even though we are just using one color. I'm going to go ahead and take my fluffier blending brush. So that is pretty much it for the purple eyeshadow portion. So I'm just going to go ahead and do me a wing liner just to kind of spice up the look and give me a little something. So I went ahead and popped on my lashes, and my favorite lashes from the drugstore for when I'm feeling a little edgy, a little bold, are the Allure Lashes times Jasmine Brown, and these are in Curly Queen. So only because I want my inner corner to pop a little bit more, I'm going in with the Morphe palette, and this is the 35P palette, and I'm going to be taking this pretty bright lavender shade right here. And I'm just going to be placing it in my inner tear duct area. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my face, and I'm going to be using the NYX Angel Veil Primer. I use a hell of a lot of primer. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. And then to conceal, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. So to set underneath my eyes, I'm using my black Radiance setting powder, and I have the shade Banana. I want to go ahead and move on back to my eyes. I normally never use eyeliner, but I want to try something a little different, and I want my eyes to really stand out and pop. So I'm just taking this black liner, and if I really like this look, I'm going to go buy me some better liners, but this one is just by Diamond Cosmetics, whatever that is. And do not ask me why I wanted to try this all of a sudden. Normally I never wear eyeliner on my bottom because I feel like it's just so heavy and looks so dark. I normally do not like it, but I'm gonna see how it turns out with this look. So using the same brush that I use to set my eyelids, I'm just going to use that and use some of my black Radiance powder just to contour my nose just a little bit. So before I finish up my eyes, I'm just going to go ahead and take some of my pressed powder and set my face. So now I'm just going back into my Zulu palette, and I'm going back in that purple shade, and I'm just going to pretty much smoke out my bottom lash line. Then I'm taking some of the Maybelline Big Shot Colossal Mascara. To add some color back to my face, I'm going to be using the black Radiance contour palette. So this one is the dark to deep palette, and it's super dark and super deep. But the reason why I got this palette is because I wanted to try this shade right here, because the shade in the dark palette, or whichever one that is before this one, is just way too dark. So y'all know this is like hella dark. So if you are one of my brown girls and cannot find a deep contour, this one will be perfect. But I'm going to be using this shade. You know what I'm saying? And this highlighter, y'all, look at that highlighter. Ooh, she gorgeous. And then for blush, I'm going to be using the Saharan Blush Volume 1 palette. And I'm going to be taking this shade right here. And I'm going to just place this, a little bit of this, on the apples of my cheeks. And then for highlighter, I'm going to be using the highlighter out of this palette. So then I'm going to be taking some of the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter and Precious Petals just to brighten up that a little bit, because that one was super golden. And then for lips, I'm using the NYX Suede Lip Liner in Club Hopper. And then for lipstick, I'm using this Ruby Kisses matte lipstick in Brown Sugar. If you guys watch my favorite nude lip combinations video, and if you haven't, I'll be sure to link it right up here, leave a card for it. But this video, this lipstick was featured in that video. And then for gloss, I'm going to be using the NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie. So that's pretty much it for this makeup look. So I really enjoyed doing the eyes, you guys. I really enjoyed creating and doing something a little bit different. This look and this eye look is going to be for someone that really enjoys color but doesn't really care too much to do the whole cut crease shenanigans. Super easy, super simple. If you're really good at blending, this one eyeshadow thing is going to be your thing. If you guys enjoy seeing me doing this challenging video, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. And if you like the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button on your way out. Remember to be blessed and follow your dreams, and I will see you guys in my next video.